Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about The Millionaire Next Door, which is a personal finance book written by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko that was first published in 1996. The book is based on a study of wealthy individuals in the United States and outlines the common characteristics and habits of these individuals, such as living below their means, avoiding debt, and investing in the stock market. The book argues that the typical image of a millionaire as being flashy and ostentatious is often inaccurate, and that the majority of wealthy individuals lead modest and frugal lifestyles. Following are some of the lessons that we can learn from the book. 1. Live below your means. If you read this book, this is the first thing you must take away, and believe me, it is also the most important. It ultimately comes down to spending less than you earn. Even though the idea is straightforward, many individuals have trouble understanding it. The theory behind this is that if you have better control over your spending, you will be able to save more and eventually amass wealth. According to the author's research, successful people share the ability to live within their means. Even though they had the means, they didn't live opulently. Instead, they were careful with their money and concentrated on saving as much as they could. So what does this look like in practice? Well, it could mean things like cooking at home, driving your dad's old car instead of buying a brand new one, or avoiding expensive vacations. Sure thing, everyone has a different financial situation, but the general idea of living below your means applies to everyone. You'll learn this lesson well, and you'll be able to save more money and achieve more financial goals in no time. 2. Invest in stocks. Your next lesson is equally important, so you better pay attention. Investing in stocks is basically what almost every millionaire in the world does. What are stocks? Stocks are ownership shares in a company. Once you invest in stocks, you are now a part owner as you own a piece of the company. Your investment grows in value along with the company's growth. Compared with bonds or savings accounts over time, stocks can offer larger returns. However, it is important to note that investing in stocks has its risks. The stock market can be volatile, and there's always a possibility of losing money. That's why the author also emphasizes diversifying your investment portfolio by buying a mix of shares, bonds, and other equities. In other words, to become a millionaire, you need to get into stocks game. And to stay a millionaire, you need to diversify your investments. 3. Save and invest consistently. The next lesson is of saving your wealth and then constantly and consistently investing it. In other words, it is a combination of the first two lessons, but a worthy lesson in itself. Save and invest consistently is a key principle outlined in The Millionaire Next Door. The author holds the view that wealth is built over time through consistent saving and investing. There are no lotteries in the real game. In simple words, the idea is to make saving and investing a habit, rather than something you do sometimes. This means setting aside a portion of your income every month for savings and investments, and regularly contributing to a retirement account, for example. By doing this consistently, you'll be able to accumulate wealth gradually over time. In short, save and invest consistently means making savings and investing a regular part of your financial routine and sticking to this. You follow these 3 lessons and you're already halfway onto your road to wealth. 4. Avoid debt. Once you learn the first 3 lessons, you'll automatically be following lesson 4. But just in case things don't go as planned, the next lesson you should learn is avoiding debts at all costs. I repeat, at all costs. You won't be able to do much in the investing and earning field if you have got the constant bickering of debt collectors to deal with. Debt refers to the money you borrow and need to repay with interest. While it can be useful in certain circumstances, it can also be a burden as it requires you to make regular payments and will most probably limit your ability to save and invest. So to build wealth and get rich, it is important to minimize debt as much as possible. This means living within your means, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and paying off debt as quickly as possible. By avoiding debt, you'll be able to keep more of your money for savings and investment, which is exactly what we need. 5. Network and surround yourself with successful individuals. The concept of networking and surrounding yourself with successful people is one of the key lessons you'll learn from The Millionaire Next Door. The authors conducted extensive research on the habits and characteristics of wealthy individuals in the United States and found that a significant number of them surrounded themselves with other successful people. The authors argued that successful individuals tend to associate with other successful individuals and that this social network can have a positive influence on their financial dealings. By surrounding yourself with successful people, You can learn from their experiences, gain access to new opportunities, and receive support and encouragement as you work towards your peak of wealth and success. Also, it is well accepted that successful people are frequently more ready to impart their wisdom and experiences to others, and this kind of mentoring and direction may be immensely helpful in attaining your objectives. You can learn about various wealth-building techniques and investment opportunities through networking with successful people. The authors argue that surrounding yourself with successful people can also help you to develop a more optimistic outlook on life, which can be critical in helping you to stay motivated and focused. By seeing other people achieve success, you can gain a better understanding of what is possible and be inspired to work harder and smarter, and not to be discouraged by failures. 6. Be patient and disciplined. The next skill lesson the authors try to convey to the readers is patience and discipline. According to the authors, being patient and disciplined are two key traits that set millionaires apart from those who struggle financially. Ladies and gentlemen, patience is the capacity to postpone gratification and withstand the temptation to make hasty and frequently foolish financial judgments. Fundamentally, patience is the capacity to resist the lure of easy money and wait for the correct investing opportunity. With this in mind, financial success cannot be rushed. You'll be able to make thoughtful selections and stay away from the traps of impetuous investing or spending if you have patience. Discipline, on the other hand, refers to the ability to stick to a financial plan and make smart, consistent decisions about saving, spending, and investing. It is all about the self-control to resist the urge to splurge on unnecessary expenses and instead focus on long-term financial goals. This discipline also allows individuals to make smarter decisions about their finances, even in the face of temptation or peer pressure. Together, patience and discipline are crucial in building wealth, through which you can save, invest, and grow your wealth over time, setting yourself up for a secure financial future. 7. Plan for the long term. One of the central themes of the book is the importance of planning for the long term. The authors found that many of the millionaires they studied did not achieve their wealth through the high salaries of their fathers, but through careful planning and disciplined saving for many years. The millionaires next door, as the authors called them, were found to be punctual, hardworking, and focused on their long-term goals. They understood the importance of living below their means and investing their money wisely. Instead of spending their money on luxury items, they focused on building their wealth over time through smart financial decisions. The authors argue that this approach is a key factor in the success of these millionaires. They focused on the long term and were able to save more money, which they invested in assets that appreciated over time and minimized debt. This, in turn, allowed them to build wealth and achieve independence. In short, the 7th lesson of The Millionaire Next Door is that wealth is not just about having a high income, but about making smart and far-sighted financial decisions with a long-term focus. By planning for the future and living below your means, you can build your wealth over time and achieve financial independence. 8. Work hard and focus on your career. One of the book's most important lessons is not forgetting about hard work. Yes, the same thing that we have been advised about for so long. Most of these millionaire people are self-made, and they probably gained their wealth by working hard and putting a priority on their careers. The authors claim that to achieve such success, you need to have a strong work ethic and good communication skills. A dedication to lifelong learning and skill development and a relentless concentration on your career goals and objectives are the only things that are going to be with you on this rough trek to greatness and wealth. The book's thesis is that anyone, regardless of background or starting place, may attain financial independence and wealth by adhering to these rules. So my guys and gals, why not any one of you? 9. Avoid impulsive purchases. According to The Millionaires Next Door, one of the key habits of wealthy individuals is avoiding impulsive purchases and living a humble yet dignified lifestyle. The authors found that these individuals were typically highly disciplined in their spending habits and avoided making purchases that were not necessary or well thought out. That means to achieve the same thing, you need to start taking things more seriously. First of all, instead of buying things on a whim, take the time to consider the value and utility of a potential purchase and not only buy things that are truly necessary or that will provide a meaningful return on investment. This disciplined approach to spending will allow you to accumulate wealth over time and avoid accumulating debt or wasting money on unnecessary purchases. The book also emphasizes the importance of avoiding lifestyle inflation or the tendency to increase one's spending as one's income grows. That is what happens almost everywhere. The moment you find a surge in your earnings, it is the moment your spendings exceed double your income. All you have to do is not spend too much on food, coffee, or other things that don't matter much at the end of the day. And now, last, but certainly not least. 10. Get financial advice. In The Millionaire Next Door, the authors have encouraged getting financial counsel as a strategy and guided way to amass riches and make wise choices regarding personal finances and investments. Working with competent and dependable experts, such as financial planners and investment specialists, has also been advised by the authors. And you must underline the significance of obtaining guidance and being active in educating oneself about personal finance and investing. For now, this is all that I bring to you. Stay tuned for more of such videos and do share your views in the comment section.